What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire video. Now in this video I am going to be talking about Project AZOTH, or AZOTH, or AZOTH I'm going to say, that's how I say it. Project AZOTH is a project mentioned in Team Magma and Team Aqua's hideouts. Basically it was the name for their project of, primal reverting of a Groudon or Kyogre depending on the team and the version. It was the name for the project and how they were going to do it, basically. So it's Project AZOTH. Now there are a few sort of mentions, I guess, of it in the base, obviously. There is one bookshelf in sort of the library room, I guess. If you interact with any of them, you get Project AZOTH, file number 1. The goal of Project AZOTH is to return the world, return everything to the beginning. In order to further the project, we must proceed with research on Groudon's primal reversion, or obviously Kyogre's if you're playing the other version. Then it goes on to talk about primal reversion and Mega Evolution, sort of how they're connected. I haven't included this because it's not really relevant to how we're, to what we're looking at right now. Then in the main, or one of the main rooms, we have Project AZOTH file number 2. We intend to analyse the power of the ultimate weapon used in Kalos 3,000 years ago, and work on the development of a drill weapon utilising the technology. The C4 cavern is sealed by the power of a legendary Pokemon. The only way to gain access to the cavern is to break the seal with power that exceeds that of the Pokemon. According to a report from the Petersburg Recon team, Devon Corporation holds the secret of the technology of the ultimate weapon. We will dedicate all our resources to attain this technology. So basically, the seal on C4 cavern was made by Rayquaza, we can assume, when it sealed away Groudon and Kyogre 1,000 years ago, or however many years ago it was. Sealed them away and put the seal on it. So the seal was made by Rayquaza. Rayquaza, we can assume, has some sort of infinity energy, especially as Mega Rayquaza, so that infinity energy is sort of, I guess, contained inside the seal, so they have to use the power of the ultimate weapon. Obviously that's infinity energy to break through the seal, which indeed they do, and that's why at the start of the game they're in Rustboro trying to steal the Devon goods and whatnot, which are obviously secrets on infinity energy and how to use it, which is actually going to Stern to use on his submarine, which is, sort of a similar sort of thing there. So that is that. That sort of just explains that bit of the game there. Then, if you talk to the Magma Grunt, I actually went back, I think it's only in the after game, I think, if it's between the Kyogre and the Groudon/Kyogre and the end of the Delta episode, this grunt won't be there, but if it's before or after that, they will be, I think at least. We have one grunt that stands in the room, and if you talk to them, say, the Project AZOTH, A stands for the beginning, Z stands for the end. That's what I think. But I don't know what O, T, and H stand for. So that really makes us think, okay, maybe it actually stands for something. We know AZ, AZOTH, A and the N, the Z are used a lot. In Generation 6, we have AZ, the King of Kalos, who is eternal. A is the beginning, Z is the end, X is the X and Y, and sort of the end, I guess. So it's a lot of references to the start and the end. AZ, we have Aster and Zinnia, A and Z again. So what are O, T, and H for? Well, possibly the first thing that might come to mind is maybe they stand for other letters or whatever, because A and Z, A is beginning, Z is the end. And we have Alpha and Omega. Alpha is the first letter in the Greek alphabet, Omega is the last. So it sort of ties them with the A and the Z there. So maybe the O, T, and H stand for, other letters of the Greek alphabet. O in Greek is theta. The T is, T is actually, no, O is a micro. What am I saying, guys? What am I saying? T could be tau, or it could be theta, and then the H could be eta. So those three Greek letters there could possibly make up the last 3 letters of there, if it obviously stands for something AZOTH. But the other thing, we have A and Z already, so what the O and T and H. But if we take a quick look at the legendary golems, Regirock, Registeel, you can see the markings they have on the face, their eyes, I guess you could call them the markings. They're O, T, and H pretty much. Regice has sort of got a cross, but it can be a T. Regirock has got the H, and Registeel has the O. So maybe there's no more project files, I don't think, in the bases, so we can't actually see if there's a backup plan. But maybe the backup plan for Team Magma or Team Aqua was to use the legendary golems to some effect. For somehow, we really don't know. But obviously, we changed their mind, so they're not gonna go and pursue that. But maybe if they hadn't been able to get to Groudon or Kyogre respectively, they might have moved on to the Regis and had some sort of plan there, because obviously Project AZOTH is returning the world to its beginning pretty much. So it's almost like a reset, reset button, which is, I guess, sort of what Maxie and Archie want to do. It's a bit different because Maxie wants to expand the land and have humans, which isn't really the beginning, but obviously we know if we didn't stop Groudon and Kyogre, the world would just die, pretty much. Too much rain or too much sun would kill off the entire world and basically return it to its beginning. So I guess in the end it does do it, actually what it said, Project AZOTH. Now, AZOTH actually has another meaning, not just despite, you know, resembling letters, for example. AZOTH is actually one of the main concepts of alchemy. So alchemy, if you guys get know, is like sort of the theoretical science, I guess it is, of turning stuff, for example, you know, everyone has a story of turning stuff into gold, I guess. So AZOTH is considered to be a universal medicine or a universal solvent in alchemy. So like, it's also known as the elixir of life, the universal cure. So basically, the, you know, resetting the world would be a cure to the world, maybe, you know, something along those lines, but, you know, it would, I guess, reset the world. Both Maxie and Archie are sort of, they idealize one sort of half, one I guess, either humans or Pokemon, and they see it as beautiful, and they see, you know, so Maxie wants to see humans just on their own, and Pokemon to, or, you know, at least see Pokemon to die out, and humans to have like more land which they can flourish, whereas Archie wants to have the sea and have sea Pokemon sort of flourish and whatnot. So it's sort of along those lines. So I guess as of here, you know, the alchemy sort of thing, a cure. So get rid of, you know, the sea, get rid of the, sort of like that. Okay. Now there's one other main concept of alchemy, and this is called alkahest. Now this is the universal dissolvent. Okay, it's a hypothetical hypothetical, so it's not actually, you know, real, but it's hypothetically having the power to dissolve every other substance. So basically, you know, be the opposite to AZOTH. So AZOTH is talking about the beauty of something and sort of making it beautiful again or whatever, whereas alkahest is like dissolving everything, get rid of everything and start again, I guess. And if we remember in X and Y, that's pretty much what Lysandre wanted to do. He wanted to have just destroy everything and only have his few members of Team Flare to then start life up again, sort of thing. So that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to dissolve the rest of the world, pretty much, I guess, dissolve, and then, yeah, hopefully that explains it fairly well. So sort of AZOTH and alkahest, they're basically, you know, there's no, I don't think there's any mention of alkahest in the games in X and Y, not to my knowledge at least. But obviously it's very, very likely that they were sort of, I guess, mirroring each other there, X and Y about dissolving, alkahest, etc. And then, yeah, you guys get the idea. So, obviously, AZOTH rather, is sort of the returning something to a prior state, you know, as we sort of, I guess, talk about in Auras, and then alkahest is just ripping it apart and returning it to a more beautiful state in that sense there. But that's sort of really it for this video, guys. Project AZOTH was a project to return the world to a prior state by sort of, I guess, just, you guys get the idea. You guys know the plotline of Amiral Sapphire. Returning to a prior state so it could flourish like that, and then Lysandre's plan was to destroy something to return to a prior state. So sort of similar, but different methods almost. But, guys, let me know what you think of the Project AZOTH sort of, I guess, little arc down below in the comment section. Do you think they were actually going to look at using the Titans, the Regis, as a backup plan almost, or something along those lines? Or maybe if they couldn't open the seal using Infinity Energy, maybe the Titans had something to do with that? Just throwing stuff out there, guys. It's completely unrelated, but you guys get the idea. Maybe it's stuff that is possible, guys, so we really don't know. We could see in the future mentions of that. We really don't know. Maybe Regigigas had something to do with the Primals as well. Maybe if they got the Regis and then managed to get Regigigas, that we know Regigigas tows continents, so maybe in terms of Maxie's plan, maybe he wants to tow the continents together. In terms of Archie's plan, maybe he wants to just destroy the continents, so maybe Regigigas could help with that. Who knows? Maybe Primal or Mega Regigigas in the future. Who knows? That could be a possibility if that was ever to be a thing, I guess. But yeah, you guys get the idea there. Let me know what you think of the Project AZOTH speculation down below in the comment section. Do you think they had something to do with the Titans? And also, what do you think of sort of the bringing of alchemy into this as well? Azoth being sort of a solvent, Outcast being a solvent, relating it back to X and Y again with Lysandra and everything like that, guys. Let me know what you think of all this down below in the comment section. I'd be really interested to hear what you guys think. But for now, I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.